It's like that arcade machine where the quarter flips up and you hope it pushes off 19 more quarters.
Dude, those
one
machines
never works.
Kyle moves his mouse a little bit and all the cans tip off the edge of the desk.
You just awoken like a little bit of the. I think the first time as a kid that I got scammed was one of those quarter machines. You know what I mean? That I realized the world wasn't fair and there was just some set out to like you could never beat, no matter. Like, what are you gonna go home and train how to give it more money faster? Like, for those that don't know, you like pump quarters into this piece of shit, and it's continuously got an arm pushing the quarters toward you and toward the edge, which would make them spill over. But they just never seem to spill over because of the way the machine's made. And there will be hundreds of dollars in quarters or even silver dollars. You know, if it's some places would do golden dollars, Sacagawea dollars. Piles of money. And so it's easy to sit there and be like, shit, dude, I mean, $20 more, and I feel like we at least get 20 more back, right? Nope.
No. Do they have that in Vegas? Like in
everywhere?
Actual...
I've seen them at arcades mostly, but yeah, I've seen them in Vegas.
The ones I see in arcades, they have quarters up there. But then by the time I collect them, they're tokens. And you know, a zillion tokens in exchange for like a kazoo. Like it's bullshit.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that's the worst exchange rate in the world. Venezuela's like, fuck that.
So this picture, this is a great picture, Zach. This is exactly what he's talking about. It shoots a quarter and you can see the little slots in the back where it falls down, and then it pushes and you anticipate it's going to knock the frontward quarters over that lip. But if you look closely, the lips are on an incline. And so they don't tip over. So like it'll just shove it on top of another one and layer the quarters. I remember, you're right.
How they're layered.
How can you not look at that and think you're on the precipice of something great? Like, it gets you. Like, I'm an adult now, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, just a couple bucks, man, and I could probably I could get myself.
What are those coins? Those I see the Queen on them.
Do you?
I don't know.
Yes, I mean that's the Queen of England.
Chuck E. Cheese, Her Majesty. Yeah,
Her Majesty the Queen. Wow, I didn't know they had ones with like bills. That's true.
Yeah. Oh no. I've seen that plenty of times. Like it'll be bills. I've seen like they'll like throw shit in there that's valuable. I've seen watches and like jewelry that's like, you know, they attach the jewelry, of course, to like it's like packaged, so they don't just throw diamonds in there or anything. But they'll be like valuable shit piled up all over it to entice you. Oh shit! I need a Nokia.
Sometimes they have.
I need a Nokia.
Sometimes they have.
They used to have them in there.
Like the people running the casino or whatever will have stacked coins in your favor, and you still lose somehow.
No, it's one of the shittier games at a casino. Like you have a better odds at the video poker. I know video poker is set up to bilk you, you know, but it is set up to bilk you over time. Like they're not trying to take $20 out of your pocket right now. So if you play for 5 minutes, you could easily like just walk away if you go up $10. Like if you just have that mindset.
Honest in video poker, like
No.
With video poker, I could deal you whatever all twos. It's video.
It's an algorithm. It's an algorithm that is designed to addict you, to reward you little by little and make you spend more and more time there. And hopefully you'll get intoxicated, right? If you play for 2 hours, hey, let's up the stakes. Would you like to play double dingo? Well, no, I sat down at this table because my son told me it's what double dingo has twice the rewards. Well, no, thank you. How about triple dingo? It only costs twice as much. It's just as much as double dingo, but 3 times. Well, I can't say no to a goddamn deal. All right. And you're just like swiping their debit card. They're bilking you out of your life savings over there. I see those drones at the casino every time I go. I don't go a lot, but like anybody who goes to casino, you know what I'm talking about. They're in there and like
drone is a word for a human who's gambling.
Yeah. It looks like something out of the Matrix. All those people plugged into their machines. And look, I'm a gamer. I've played tremendous amounts of stupid fucking video games that don't, you know, reward me with cash. But they show up at that place and they're all like plugged in their alcoves. It's weird to see. And I remember it was time to leave the casino, and I was fucking done with the trip. So I was up early. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., getting somebody to the airport. They were already gaming. Like they were already in their alcoves, charging up. It was 5, 6 in the morning. And I don't mean like 2 or 3. They were all there. Dude. And they didn't have coffee table. They weren't up early.
Ugh.
They were
They're
up
still
late.
they're still up. They're getting their like free
They've
Red
got
Bull vodkas
they've
at
got
5
they've got
a.m.
drinks with fucking silly straws in them and shit. It's 5-6 a.m. I'm looking for
Ugh.
coffee. These old fuckers have been going all night playing penny slots.
That seems like the most boring game to just sit and stare at.
When I play poker, my heart
Mm.
races. In an hour, there's probably 10 minutes of it where my heart is beating out of my fucking chest like it's probably the equivalent of getting into a fist fight. Like it's that intense. It's like if you've ever been about to get into a fight, that like fight or flight. Oh shit, here we fucking go. My arms are going numb for some reason, but that's probably gonna help now. Like that feeling. You get that for 10 minutes an hour playing poker.
I get that in
Great.
public
I
Age
can
of Empires
see what
matches.
Taylor's saying about it seems like a boring game to just sit there and stare at. Like I get the concept. However, I have, in spite of this 5 head, I'm not that big brained. And like, I have been a sucker for the YouTube algorithm, watching 45 minutes of 45-second videos, just one short after the other. I mean, how many times have you been sort of lured in by an algorithm here or there? Have you doom scrolled on Facebook or Instagram? Like I can imagine something like video poker or video slots pulling me in too.
The thought
It's,
of like constantly having to pay more money in and like not because what percentage of the time do you like get something back? I don't even know.
So,
like on a
so
slot.
it's hard. It varies greatly, but when you're sitting there, it's gonna look like you're winning at least half the time. It's what it's gonna feel like. It's gonna be giving you like these. If you're betting 5 cents per turn, every now and then you're hitting it for $3, and you're like, "Holy shit! I can play for an hour now for free."
Mhm.
And then there'll be like, it'll go an hour. What I'm saying is, the algorithm is very good at lulling you into a happy place where you're winning often, and it feels like you're winning often, and it's probably not going to bilk you out of all your money as you sit there.
Mhm.
You're gonna end the session on a loss,
You
but
just
it might not
slowly
be
lose.
terrible. Because what's the electricity cost to run that piece of shit?
This was a long time ago, but
You're buying drinks.
I used to think slots were kind of fun, right? And I'm like 19 years old with a fake ID, and I just hit the slots a little bit. I don't have really any money to speak of, but I think I had $20. So I got $20 worth in quarters, 2 rolls, and I lost, what is that, 80 times in a row? And I was like, that's
Jeez.
it. I haven't played since. It has been over 30 years, and I haven't played since.
Yeah, that's no good.
I know.
Yeah, that's a bad machine. See that I used to play a ton of what was it? It was video poker. My dad's friend owned a gas station, and he had some illegal video poker machines. He had 2 of them, I think, and he would let me sit there and play them for cash. And if I won, he'd cash me out, at the register, in this gas station. Very much illegal, but like minor league illegal. Like, what are they gonna do? Take my machine and fine me $500? Okay. It's worth it to have the fucking video game in there that we can play with.
Tomorrow.
Like, we all like to play against it. Like, the guy who owned the gas station, he loved to play video poker too. He's like, yeah, it's a fucking game. And I'm losing to myself sometimes, and I'm honest, so I take the loss. I gotta go put some money in the fucking register. But we would play that thing a lot, and I learned right away. And I was probably 12 at the time. I was like, this is not one of those fair video games. I've played video games, and this is one of those bullshit ones. I learned right away that it wasn't the same thing as playing poker. You just tell.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I mean, I learned very early on as a child. I remember like feeling like I'd cracked the code at Chuck E. Cheese, like with friends, when my friends would be like, we got to spend our tokens and we'd play this and we can get tickets. And I was like, guys, the tickets, it's all ethereal. It's all crap. We just want to spend every coin on the Jurassic Park game with the moving seat.
Yes.
That's what we should be spending everything on. We're gonna get past those lizards eventually, guys. We have the coins. If we don't divest and go halfway into, because what they were doing is doing half in the Jurassic Park machine and then half going for tickets, and then you don't get any of anything.
The
I got
Jurassic
all
Park.
on the Jurassic Park.
You lose everywhere.
What about the Terminator game? Remember the Terminator?
The Terminator
2
game good hard.
was a fun
yeah,
one.
with that
Yeah.
M4 had the big grenade launcher on it. Yeah,
that was a good.
great.
I liked Time Crisis too.
Time
was
Crisis was good.
That was a good one. I enjoyed.
I did not get to go to the arcade very much. Probably like 5 times in my life. I wasn't, and they never gave me quarters. It's bastards.
You just had to like observe.
They were like, "You'll find a way," and I have to beat kids up.
You should have beat.
I mean, this is like 3 years ago. This is
Clever Kyle's walking around
to
like trying to
win.
trick the kids into painting a fence for them just for a
No,
couple of tokens.
I'm teasing. They must have given me quarters because I like played around in the arcade, but it wasn't like, yeah, go play in the arcade. Like that's the reason for this trip. It was like, yeah, you can play while we finish our Chick-fil-A. I was like, fuck, that's like so little time.
Yeah.
I very rarely got to like go to actually go to the arcade to like do anything fun.
That
It was
explains a lot.
But those
totally
those tickets.
protocol in my house. Whenever we went on a family vacation, my parents would give me a roll of quarters and my brother a roll of quarters and send us out of the hotel room to
I
go
hate
play
this
video
story.
games. Yeah.
It's
I don't know if
filthy.
you remember this twist of it, right? But we get to this. It was we were horseback riding on this vacation in New York, and we're all excited. And my brother and I are excited about playing the video games too. There's a roll of quarters for each of us, and they discover that the bed in this hotel room vibrates. And my dad is like, yeah, you're gonna have to split this one roll of quarters because that's how the fucking bed worked. You pop quarters in and it vibrated. So they took half the stash for themselves.
That sucks. They were adults. They
I'm
could have
sure
got
she
their
did.
own quarters. Like that is not fair.
But bumming quarters off your child. On
Well, they were
video
theirs to start with, but yeah.
Yeah.
They were fuck quarters. That's what we're glossing over. You're
Adult
taking
me sees it as a noble cause.
No,
Those-
Indian giving your own child $4.
Hey, put that money back.
Hold
That's
on,
like some
Woody.
shit.
Right,
That's like the
right
worst
now.
part of The Wire, right? When she's taking the money back from the kids.
Hold on, Wendigoon, was that?
What, Woody? Right now,
Yeah.
if you were your father in that situation, would you take your kids' quarters?
Oh man, I like to think I have enough quarters for everyone, but
If that's the only quarters in the building,
I mean, arcade is an opportunity that arises all the time. Vibrating beds are rare.
that's
so
what I thought. That's what I
There's
thought.
a
yeah.
reason for the rarity.
thought.